his area. He did push for Kimorel, naturally. He did push for Arol. He did push for Chemususu. He did push for Itare. Yeah?
And you're saying the president
and other people are also pushing for Duake in Onkambani. The other people are pushing for Mzima too in the Coast region.
And no one was pushing for Central?
Yeah, because naturally, you know, the president is the president for the whole country. So I think also the fact that he could not aggressively push for his region, I think other people also took advantage and pushed for regions.
And so you do agree that the president needs to be in some ways removed from that as a symbol of national unity?
I do agree, yes.
Right, and so it's not, you don't
it's not
think
him
as
as a
failure.
person, it's
Okay.
not him as a person, not his failure. But his failure or not his failure does not remove, the anguish among the region where I come from for asking for these things. And, we were very sparing for the reason I said first, that we were sensitive and conscious to the fact that we needed to get the president re-elected. And so therefore, sometimes even when we were suffering, we could look at the big picture, so to speak, and
But he's not up for re-election now. He's
not for re-election. That's why we're hoping now we do the right thing, that we get some sense of equity.
But there is also the fact that, we have devolution and that you have devolved functions, you have governors, you have counties who have been given monies, including also members of parliament who have money. So why would this conversation not really push the elected representative with money to deliver on those projects, many of which they would promise when they were campaigning, right?
Let's get this right. And I've heard this argument. This year, the highest in history, CDF allocation is 41 billion. This year, after negotiation, counties are getting 316 billion. Aror and Kimorel combined was somewhere in the region of 60 billion.
Correct.
So 5 Aror Kimorels is equal to devolution. Just 5. Just 1 Aror Kimorel is 50% more than all the CDF of 290 constituencies. So we need to ask ourselves, what money, when we say that MPs are getting money, 100 million plus, which is a lot of that probably goes to bursaries and stuff like that, to build 1 kilometer of tarmac costs 45 million shillings. So if, even for example, we say, let an MP build a road, it's just 2 kilometers.
But this project, I mean, the government comes up with a budget, it comes to Parliament, budget committee can be sent back if you don't agree with the pricing, the costing and things like that. Why wasn't this happening in Parliament?
No, pricing and costing is another issue. I think we're talking about equitability here.
Including that, if you didn't agree with it.
And I think we've had...
why should that budget have passed
we've been very respectful to the executive, Anne. We've been very sparing and respectful. By the way, I sit in that committee. You'll be shocked that in this year's budget, the one we're discussing now, out of a budget of somewhere, is it 2 or 3 trillion, we only checked 10 billion. We only, tinkered with 10 billion shillings only, out of deference to the executive. But now time is coming.
Is it about deference or is it about doing the right thing? You kind of shot yourselves in the foot to begin with.
We have had this belief, especially as a Jubilee member, that the budget that comes from the executive is sacrosanct, that as much as possible, don't try to change it. And that really has hampered. It has hampered our role as we say that budget making process is a parliamentary process within a presidential system.
And that should be an independent...
So that difference has really hampered on our ability to, to scrutinize. And I am saying that for a fact. I'll give you an example. Now, we are in Q2 of financial year 2019-2020. Already, as the Treasury is loading money into IFMIS, without coming to Parliament, already they have either so-called rationalization of budgets. They have already cut some of the budget. I was checking at the budget for example, public universities by 75%, without coming to Parliament. Yeah? And, it's something I've picked up with the CS for Treasury. Right. And I've talked to my colleagues in the budget committee. And I've told the CS, no, it's not going to be business as usual going forward. No, not anymore. Why? Because